Morning and welcome to Pilates mat class. Today we are focusing on the skills in the exercise rolling like a ball. So thinking about how can we create a nice open lower back so then we can have a nice easeful rolling experience. We're also going to be focusing on our breath and how our breath can move us through the exercises because it's really important in our rolling like a ball, which can also be taken into our seal, crab, and open leg rocker as well. So let's actually get started on our mat, and inspired by the animals that are crawling all over your mats right now, we are going to get started with some cat. So this is going to take us into the shape that we need to get into in our rolling like a ball. So our hands are underneath our armpits, knees are under our hips, and I want you to put the weight in your legs just below your kneecaps, so not too far forward. And then here what we're doing is I want you to curl your feet towards your bum. So your feet come up, and then we are going to press our shins down and play with how much pressure you put into your shins and how it rebounds into your lower abdomen. And then you go again. You curl the feet up, and then we press into our shins. Our spine doesn't change, but the core connection does. And then we curl again, and then we press. Good. With our arms, our elbows are pointing towards our thumbs, so that little bit of an angle. Press. One more time, and then we add the curling. So we curl our feet to our bum, press our shins down. Make sure your weight's just below your kneecap. Now I want you to press into your shins and start to curl not your upper back, but your lower back, your pelvis. How much can I curl my pelvis? So much that it goes into my ribs and neck and head. Take that shape and shift it back towards your heels. How much can you keep scooping out the front of your hips? There's no creasing as best you can. Then, staying there, we unfurl our sitting bones back, our heart comes forward, and we shift over our hands and knees again. And then we go again. There's a pressure into our shins, pelvic curl, because this pelvic curl is important when we are in our rolling like a ball. We want to be able to roll as smoothly as possible through our lumbar spine. And then unfurl our pelvis and shift forward. One more time. Pelvic curl, opening the lumbar, scooping out the front of the hips. We shift, unfurl pelvis, and shift forward over our hands. So just thinking about in any rolling exercise or any exercise in general, whatever shape we're going for, we're trying to make it uniform. So if we're thinking of the back of our body, that goes from our eyebrows up over our head, down the back of our neck, through our rib cage, lower back, pelvis, back of the legs, all the way to the bottom of our foot. So really flexing that whole shape. And then when we're in extension, going from extension from the toes all the way up to your eyebrows in the front. Okay? So let's take that into our footwork on the mat where our spine is in that flexion shape. Do what you can this early in the morning, depending on stiffness. But we're going to do our best. So starting on our back, our knees are bent. This is also our rolling like a ball position, right? If we had taken our hands to our shins, we'd be in rolling like a ball. Hands are behind the head. Head is so heavy in your hands, and you are in a Pilates V with your feet. Yeah. So imagine you're standing on a foot bar or your feet are in the leg springs. Keep bending your chest towards your knees as you inhale, stretch your legs away from your center. Exhale, bend your knees back in. And again, inhaling out, exhaling in. So your spine shape is staying the same the whole time. You're bending chest forward. Maybe you're lifting your elbows for the ceiling to keep you in a high flexion of your rib cage. Notice, because you're looking down your body, are we extending from the knees? Or can we extend our legs out? Yeah, from our glutes. Our glutes are a hip extender. So use them. Two more. Big breath in. Big exhale. Now go to bird on a perch. Curl your feet as if you were curling your spine. Out and in. Inhale, exhale. That's it. Flexing that spine, curling your tailbone up the back of your legs. Hopefully waking up the front of your abdomen. One more time. And now flex your feet. Reach your heels past your toes. Out and in. Head remains heavy in your hands. Of course, take a break at any point because this exercise is level 3 out of 5, right? So we don't always start with this, but you guys are capable. 2 more. Out and in. Out and in. This time we stay out with our legs at whatever height feels good for us at the moment. Hands on the backs of your thighs. Lean your legs into your hands and you're waving through your feet. Articulating through your ankles as you breathe. Good. Crack, 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 crack. And then keeping the feet pointed, your arms just go by your sides. And we start pumping for our hundreds. And this may feel like, wow, this is a brutal start to the class, right? It's kind of relentless. But it's like this for a reason. You might start to notice that your body is starting to get hot, right? You're starting to warm yourself up. This is getting our body ready to bend. Keep pumping nice, vigorous pumps of the arms. 3 more big breaths. Legs wherever feel useful for you at the moment. 1 more big breath. And out. And then bend your knees. Lower your head and neck down. Give yourself a little hug, a little rock from side to side. Very nice. From here, we're going to keep one leg into us as we roll ourselves up to sitting for our roll up. So for roll up, your legs are together, your feet are flexed. Now, is the video super zoomed in for you guys, or can you see my mat? Can you see my mat? Not at all. It's so weird. Better? Okay. Okay. Roll up. Legs are out in front of you. Feet are flexed. Your arms can be reaching. So here I'm flexing forwards. And let's actually take our hands behind our head. Lift your head into your hands and bend your rib cage. Feel the pull on the back of your body, right? So thinking here in our roll down and roll up, can I flex the bottoms of my feet so I'm going as long as I possibly can through the back body, and thinking curling all the way to my eyebrows. Reach your arms forward and start to roll back with your pelvis. Keep bending forward with your rib cage. Keep bending forward. Keep bending forward. Lower the ribs down when you're there. Stay there and arc your arms over your head without popping your ribs as best you can. And then the arms come back up to the ceiling. Inhale, start to bend forward. Think about leaning your rib cage back in space as you bend forward towards your toes. And then you go again. So pelvic roll. I stay in my upper ab curl. Because at any point I could say, pause. And you pause, but you're still in that bend. And then rolling down. Arms overhead. 3 more. Inhale for half. Exhale the rest of the way. Prepping our spine. Thinking about how this is the same shape that we go into in our roll over and our rolling like a ball, which is coming. Let's go one more time to stay on the mat. Rolling, initiating with the pelvis. Keep bending forward. Good. And then finding yourself on your back. Make sure you have some room behind you for your legs. And let's bring our legs towards the ceiling. Feet are pointed. Legs are together. Nice strong foundation of your arms. When you're ready, push the mat away and feel that cat curl of your tail as you go into a roll over. Separate your feet, flex your ankles, roll down through your spine, piece by piece by piece by piece. Circle your legs back together and point it. And then you go again. Curl your tail up the back of your legs. Separate your feet, flex, roll back down, legs back together. We go one more time with this leg set up, bending your back as best you can, supporting your back by connecting to your abdominals. Then we separate and point to go up, together, flex your ankles, and lower with control. Twice more. Going to the range of motion that feels good for you. That's it. One more time. Up and over, bending. We roll all the way down this time and lower our left leg to the mat. Yeah, good. How long can your left leg be? How much can you open that hip up as you reach your right leg up for the sky? Your right leg is turned out in Pilates V. And just notice your length in your hamstrings. Mine is very tight. I can't fully straighten my leg. But you're going for that reach. Arms are by your sides. Lift your right hip up to the left. Circle your leg down, around, and up, and pause. And again, inhaling and exhaling. We're doing 5 in each direction. Here we're breathing into our ribs, back ribs, because we know after this exercise, rolling like a ball is coming. At the top, reverse, out to the right, circle down, lift the hip and pause. So think about creating space in the back of your body in this exercise so we can roll with as much confidence and ease as we can. At the top, we lower that leg down, we lift the other leg up. That's it. Opening up through the right hip, pointing through the left foot. We lift the left hip up, circle down, around, and up, and pause. That's it. Thinking about your rib cage. What if your leg was connected into your rib cage? So if you've got a TheraBand right now, you're kind of using that to plug your leg into your ribs. And if you don't have a TheraBand, you're using your psoas muscle as a TheraBand, holding that leg. At the top, reverse, out to the left, circle down, lift the hip and pause. That's it, out, around, lift and pause. 3 more. Noticing the difference between your sides. And of course, listening to your body. At the top, we are going to bend our knee and give it a little hug. And then when we're ready, we're going to press our leg and hand into each other, to roll ourselves up to sitting for rolling like a ball. So to get into it, our transition, feet are at the front end of our mat, hands are behind our hips. Press into your hands and feet, lift your pelvis up, curl it under, and bring it to your heels. That's it. Arms are going to come forward. Just going to tuck my hair out of the way. Here, either grabbing the bottoms of your feet, grabbing onto your shins. Try and keep your feet as close to your bum as possible here. When you're ready, inhale takes you back. Exhale rolls you forward. Now your rib cage might feel like the thing that wants to roll you backwards. What if you could roll back because you're lifting your hips so much? Hips are lifting and then ribs tumble you forward. Pelvis leads the way, perhaps. Ribs bring you up. Play with that. Inhale back. Exhale up. Can you keep your feet off of the mat? Can you keep your head off of the mat? Because you're so tight. Woo! In your ball shape. One more time. Good. At the top, we're going to place our feet down. My mat's moving on this carpet. Hands go behind your hips. Press into your hands and feet. Curl your tail. Lift your pelvis up. Get nice and round as best you can as you bring your pelvis through your arms. Bend your right knee in. I have to move just for the wall. In towards your chest. Right hand on right ankle, left hand on right shin. We're opening our left hip. Press the leg into your hands up and pull wide with your elbows as the leg comes in. You inhale here, you're in your upper ab curl. Exhale, switch. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. So here it's not a knee movement, but I'm opening the front of my hip. I have a glute. Use it. Use your butt. That's it. Now pause for a moment. Lower your head for a sec. When we stretch our leg out, we're not going to do this. I want you to think about diving your foot down to yawn your hip open and then bending it back in and then yawning your hip open. Yeah. So there's more hip opening and more power in your glutes. Okay. That's what we're going for. And then we can bend both knees in. We're going to double leg stretch now. And in double leg stretch, our legs have become one. We're going to stay in our upper ab curl. We take a breath in. Exhale into upper ab curl. This is just you're rolling like a ball shape. Stay bent forward. As you stretch your legs out, your arms go over your head. Circle your arms, grab your ankles. 4 more times. Inhale out, exhale. Inhale, stretch, exhale, in. Long inhale, powerful exhale. 2 more. Last one. Stretch and in. Next one we go into is our scissors. So our legs are going to extend up. Grab onto one ankle with both hands. Elbows are wide. Pull the leg to you as much as you reach it away. So I pull, pull, switch, pull, pull. How wide can your elbows be? And can you flex your spine, through your arms? So you're so high up. That's it, you guys. Good. And then both legs to the ceiling. Head holds your hands. Phew. Head remains heavy in your hands, but we bend our ribs. Inhale lowers our legs. Exhale brings them up 4 times. Legs lower as much as you can maintain the length of your lower spine into the mat. So everybody's personal body has a different skill for that. One more time. Down and up. At the top, we're doing 5 twists to each side. Bend your knees. Same legs as single leg stretch. We're just twisting our upper body. So we inhale, twist. Exhale to the other side. Lift your elbow that's towards your knee, maybe towards the ceiling. Lift. So you're high in your upper ab curl. That's it. And then centering, woo! Lowering down, holding one knee in towards your chest, rolling up to sitting again for spine stretch. So, spine stretch, our legs are out, our feet are flexed, and our arms are going to circle up and by our ears. So here's a great place to think my back line goes from the bottoms of my feet, backs of legs, spine to my eyebrows. If I don't go with my head, it's going to put slack in the back of my neck. Keep the tension. So we inhale at the top. Exhale, curl your pelvis back and bend forward with your ribs towards your toes. Check in with your head. Maybe you feel like you're double chinning yourself. And then you inhale to stack all the way to tall. Exhale, bend forward. Lift the back of your neck. So thinking about our cats here, the mom cat picks the baby cat up by the back of the neck, right? So feel that kind of lifting up in the back of the neck and then bending your rib cage. That's it. And then tall. One more time, we bend forwards. And we stay and grab our ankles. That's it. Bend your knees and pull your feet and your bum closer together, or do what you need to do to have room in front and behind you. Floating your legs up towards the ceiling. Inhale takes us back in our open leg rocker. Exhale rolls us up. So here, play with your eye gaze. Look down your body. Use your breath. This is our rolling like a ball with extended legs. Good. Woo! Got the wall. One more time. At the top, our legs come together and we roll slowly through our spine onto our back, and our arms go by our sides for corkscrew. So corkscrew, we are rolling and twisting through our spine in a flexion. So when you're ready, press your hands away and lift your pelvis up. That's it. Point your toes to the right. Roll down the right-hand side of your spine onto your right hip. Come through center and be centered on your mat, because I could just say pop up into your hundreds, and you could because you're centered. Then to the left hip, roll up the left-hand side and center yourself. And then roll down the left-hand side through center to the right and centering, and again to the other side. Strong shoulder girdle is like a nice foundation for you. And then just notice if you come up onto your neck and your head. Don't come so high. Once you're balanced with your sides, roll down through center with as much control as you can. Bend a knee in, and we roll up to sitting for our saw. So rolling up to sitting, feet are flexed. I think my mat moved across the room again, so I'm just going to come back over here. Same leg situation as our spine stretch. If it ever gets tight in your hips, you can always bend your knees or sit up on a yoga block. Arms are extending out. They're an extension of your collarbone. Think of that. Inhale and exhale for a moment. And then can you take your arms further behind your body? Because we always were talking about, keep your arms in your peripheral, but what if you took your arms behind you and built the strength between your shoulder blades? Keep that. Inhale, twist your chest. Flip your palm and saw off your pinky toe. Now stay. Pull your guts away from the front of your hips. Yeah, so you're back in space and round. And then that back arm reaches back to come back up to tall. Inhale, spiral, flip your palm, and bend your back. That's it. Lift that arm back behind you and center. Inhale, twist, flip, exhale, tip. Inhale, back, exhale, center. Inhale, spiral, and flip. Stay weighted on both sitting bones. We go one more time to each side. Spiral and tip. Lift. Last one. Good. Centering. We lower the arms. We're going to roll onto our front for our swan. So here, we've been working so much on opening our back body that now we are going to contract it. Now we're going to contract it. We worked on length. Now we're going to work on some strength. Arms are beside you. Hands are by your armpits. I want you to get long from your toes all the way up the front of your body to your head. When you're ready, push or pull with your hands as you start to extend your spine, and then lowering with control. So listen to your own personal back. Think of lifting the back of your neck. and bend your rib cage to match the curve in your lower back. Think of your pubic bone. Pull it up the front of your body. Pull your triceps behind you. One more time. Coming up. There's a lot going on. And then we lower down. We bring our arms in front of us. We punch our knuckles together. Our legs are together. And we're going into our single leg kick. So when you're ready, we're inhaling to kick one foot to our bum. Kick, kick. Keep your leg there. And then we switch at the knee crease. Kick, kick. Inhale, exhale. In and out. So I could be here with my shoulders, or I could pull my shoulders down my back and shoot my chest forward through that. Inhale, exhale. In and out. In and out. And then lowering down. Turn your right facial cheek onto the mat. And let's stretch our arms by our sides today, rather than on our back. Arms are long beside you. Let your collarbone drape down to the mat. So feel the space between your shoulder blades. And then what I want you to do is I want you to lift your collarbone away from the mat and think of the muscles between your shoulders. They're horizontal. Pull them towards each other. Reach your arms so far behind you and up as you start to lift your body, your upper body, looking forward, lifting those triceps. Turn your head, lower your head, lower the arms, create the space between your shoulder blades. Lift your collarbones, contract those muscles, reach the arms back as you come up, extending. Turn your head and lower with control. One more time to each side like that. So we lift the collarbone, lift your triceps. Can your triceps, your upper arm muscles, be higher than your hands? Because we're opening our chest. Turn our head and lower. Now, take your hands, slide your hands up your back. Feel that same collarbone lift. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, kick your feet to your bum 3 times. Closer, closer, closer. Lift those arms again. Look forwards. Turn your head, lower down. Kick, 2, 3. Lift, turn, lower. Kick, 2, 3. Collarbone high, heart forward. Last one, I think. 1, 2, 3. Lift. And then lowering with control. Hands can stack under your forehead. Just rock your hips a little bit from side to side here as you breathe. Very good. And then when you're ready, we're going to swivel and come up to sitting. So there's no real fancy transition here, except for what we're kind of going for. So here, we're getting ready for our neck pull or parts of it. I like to think of this part really much like the short box series. So here, legs are apart because we're neck pull your legs apart. That's how I remember it. If you were in the studio, you'd have a strap on your feet. So you're pulling those legs apart to find your outer hips. Hands are behind your head. Lean your head into your hands. Take a breath in. Exhale, bend forwards towards your knees. Flex your spine. Inhale to stack up to tall. Exhale to flex your spine towards your knees. Lift your head up, bend your back. Inhale, tall. This is like the ultimate back body lengthening situation for me anyways. And then we stay tall. Now thinking of your pelvis like a drawbridge, it's like a hinge. We're going to hinge back, not from our lower back, but from our pelvis. So think of your pelvis tilting back around your thigh bones, and then we tilt back up. Your spine shape stays the same. So I inhale, tilt, and exhale, return. Legs are strong and powerful on the mat. Feel the challenge in the front body. This would be like flat back in short box on the reformer. This time, we're in a flex our feet. We're going to keep our spine flat. Go back for as long as you can. And then you get round and roll all the way down onto the mat. Very good. Feet are going to slide underneath your knees. Arms are by your sides for your shoulder bridge. So standing into your feet from big toe to pinky toe to the center of your heel. I want you to breathe your ribs into the mat. We're going to tilt our pelvis towards us. Keep tilting it towards you as you roll up in a shoulder bridge. Trying not to pop, but be with your knees higher than your hips, hips higher than your ribs. And then rolling back down through throat, ribs, lower back, pelvis, unfurl at the bottom. And then we go again, pelvic tilt, rising up, opening up the hips. Breathe, and then articulating back down. Notice where you stand into your feet. Can you stand evenly from big toe to pinky toe to the center of your heel? One more time. We tilt. We stay at the top. We're going to do 5 knee folds on each side, trying to stay the same in our spine. We lift one foot up, knee fold, place our foot down. Either do the same side 5 times in a row or alternate. Keep curling your pubic bone towards the ceiling. Pelvis is trying to stay high. That's it. Good. One more time. And then we keep our feet down. Our arms are going to come to the ceiling and we roll all the way down through our spine to the bottom and give our knees a little hug, a little rock from side to side before we go into our side kick series. So we'll try a couple different side kicks today. When we're ready, we're going to roll up. I'm going to do my left leg first. So I'm going to lay on my right side. Actually, just going to have a little sip of water because that northern Alberta air, whew, she's dry. Very dry here. Okay, so laying on my right side, feet are hinged forward. I could be up on my forearm, lifting my bottom waist. I could be down, but still lifting my bottom waist, just so we're not scrunchy. Top leg is at hip height, foot is flexed. I want you to keep thinking about your top hip coming forward, if anything, to keep your hips stacked. When we're ready, we inhale, kick, point your toe and pull your leg back. Stay there. I want you to think of your bum cheeks and your hamstring. That's what's pulling your leg back to open the front of your hip. Keep the life back there as you kick forward. So think of your hip extensors. And then we're going for length. Kick and back. Long. How long can we go? Take the longest route possible, keeping those hips stacked. And back. One more time. Kick, and back. And then your leg stacks on top of your bottom leg. We're turning out from the thigh bone in the hip. We inhale, point up. Exhale, flex, lower. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. 2 more. Lift and lower. Last one. And down. Now, flex up. Point down. Flex up. Point down. Notice where are you feeling the work in your leg? Can we get it kind of side of the hip? Last part of the series, we're going to do développé and enveloppé, okay? So we're turning our leg out. We run our foot along the inseam of our pants, lift, flex, and lower. Twice more. So 3, développé, and then 3, enveloppé. Lift, point, bend, and reach. 2 more. That's it. Last one. And then at the bottom, we're going to lift our top leg, and flip onto our front. Getting ready for grasshopper. Palms are stacked under your forehead. I want you to think of the muscle in the back of your knee. How long can that muscle be? Can you lift it towards the ceiling as you lift your legs up and start clapping? Inhaling and exhaling. Can your hamstrings be higher than your shins? Play with that thought. Good. And then lowering those legs down. We're going to roll onto the other side or flip around. I'm just going to flip around. So feet are hinged forward. The rest of your spine's at the back end of the mat. Top leg at hip height, foot flexed. Inhale, kick, kick forwards. Point your toe, pull your leg back. You're going for your leg to be at the same height throughout. But if you can notice, sometimes we tend to have a low foot when we go forwards and a high foot when we go back. So maybe you think, I'm going to keep my leg high when I go forward and low when I go back, which just makes it level out. That's it. One more time. Kick, kick, back, and then stack the leg on top of the bottom one. Turning the legs out. Try and stay lifted in your shoulder girdle just so we're not creating tension. We're inhaling to go up. Exhale to flex down. 4 like this. That's it. And then 4 with a flex up, point down. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. And then we do 3 développé, 3 enveloppé. So keeping turned out, we run the foot along the inseam of our pants, lift, flex, and lower. Inhaling and exhaling. Good. I'm switching now to enveloppé, flex up, point the toe, bend the knee, reach the leg. That's it. Good. And then lowering those legs down. We swivel to come up onto our bum for our teaser or teaser prep. So listen to your own personal body. If you feel like I can totally do teaser, do it. If your body's like, not yet, then you just do the modification with me. Your feet are in front of you. Same curly pelvis that we had in our rolling like a ball. Legs are zipped together, arms are reaching forwards. We're rolling down whatever version you're doing to the tips of your shoulder blades. So rolling down to tips of shoulder blades and then rolling up. You can use your hands on the backs of your legs if you need to. Keep squeezing those legs together as we go down and up. Noticing your body is giving you valuable information. If there are spots where it feels tight or stiff to roll up, notice that. Good. At the top, we swim our arms behind us onto our forearms, or you can reach your arms back. I'm going to go on my forearms here. We're not sinking, but lifting our chest. So chest is lifted, pelvis is curled. Think of this like stomach massage, arms back on reformer. Legs are going to bend in towards your chest. Legs have become one leg. We rock onto our right hip, left hip, right hip. Kick your legs, bend your knees. Inhale, 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 exhale. Inhale, 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 exhale. 1, 2, 3, kick, bend. One more time. 1, 2, 3, kick. Look at something in front of you and swivel onto the front of your body for swimming. Or do what you need to do to get on your front. Arms are going to stretch out in front of you, legs are back. I want you to think about the back of your body and when we did our saw and how we pulled our shoulder blades together. Feel that back body connection. We take a breath in. Exhale, pull all your limbs in and start swimming. And as we swim, we're trying to be really straight in our limbs. And if you have the mobility, how high can your limbs get? Your hamstrings, your arms. as you breathe. That's it. And then lowering that shape all the way down. Hands can stack under your forehead. Little rock from side to side here. Good. So from here, because we have time, we are going to go into our seal like we typically would, but we are also going to add in a crab and then our rolling like a ball and push up, because those are all rolling exercises at different levels. Rolling like a ball is like an intro level 1. Our seal, different leg position, but intro level 1. Crab, level 5. So we'll see how it feels, but they all have something wonderful about them. So starting with seal, because that's what would come naturally right now. Bringing our arms through our legs, that's right. Grabbing onto our feet. Look down your body, curl your pelvis, and clap your feet together 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Roll back. Balance if you can. And you clap. 1, 2, 3. Roll up. Clap. 2, 3. Inhale back. 1, 2, 3. And roll up. 1, 2, 3. Let's go one more time. And we're going to stay at the back if we can. So we're going to roll back. Stay. Take your hands out of your legs. Cross your ankles. And grab the tops of your feet. Pull your elbows wide as you roll forwards through your spine. Depending on the length of your mat, you might have to shift yourself back a little bit. And we're going to go on to the top of our head. Not to compress, but to touch the top of our head down. We're trying to have our pelvis on top of our knees, so that kind of a shape. And then I want you to really curl through your tail and lift your head off the mat. I curl, I curl, I curl, I'm lifting. I roll backwards. Switch my feet. Roll forwards onto your head. Try not to go back in space when you roll up, but stay suspended and forwards. Suspend, roll back, switch your feet. Roll forward onto your head. One more time. Suspend. And forwards. Good. This time, let's just suspend to come onto our pelvis. Yeah? And we'll try our rolling like a ball. And then our push-up. So now our hands are just forward on our shins. Different situation with our arms. It might change how it feels. Suspending your feet, we roll backwards. Inhale, roll back. Exhale, forwards. Thinking about the skills in our rolling like a ball give us the ability to do our crab. Maybe our rolling like a ball feels more fluid now after thinking about that and trying a more higher level exercise. This time we roll back, cross your ankles like before, and roll up to standing as best you can. Yep, boom, good. And then coming to the back of your mat to go into a push-up for our finale. So standing into your feet, circling your arms up by your ears, rolling down, curling through your spine, just like you did in your rolling exercises. Walk your hands forward to find your plank. Stay suspended with your upper body as you bend your elbows. 1, and straighten. 2, that's it. And 3. Straighten your arms, tumble your head, walk your hands back to your feet, curl through your pelvis, and roll yourself all the way up to tall. So good, you guys. Very good work. Working with rolling exercises and creating space in the back of the body and hopefully feeling a bit more mobile and limber in that place of your body.